Hey everyone, Derek here from Cardero Clothing. Today I want to talk about vests. I was in a restaurant on a date night with my wife on the weekend, and I see one of the waiters walking around wearing a vest, and I see the same things all the time with guys who wear vests. The number one problem is it's usually not long enough. Now you want a vest that's long enough to cover your waistband. So whether you're wearing dress pants or jeans with it, you want to make sure you're not seeing the shirt in between the bottom of the vest and the pants. So the only place you're going to want to see the shirt is basically here, on the sleeves, and just a little bit on the back and the shoulders. That's the only places you're going to want to see the shirt. Anything below the bottom of the vest, you should not see anything there. It should come a little bit below the waistband, just enough that you're not seeing any of that shirt. Now obviously when you're moving around and arms go up, the vest is going to go up, but when you're relaxed and you're just arms by your side, walking, standing, sitting, it should not be raised up and seeing any of that shirt. Some questions you get with the vest all the time is the bottom button. Do you do up the bottom button or do you leave it undone? This comes to preference. With a suit, you never do up the bottom button, but preference sometimes in a vest is to have it left undone. Some guys like that look, some guys like it done up. But if you find that it's protruding out a bit or kind of showing that the buttons are pulling, then you might want to leave that bottom button undone, especially after a big meal. It just gives you a little bit more room when you're sitting down in that. Other things with a vest, never wear a tie bar with your tie. The point of the vest, it holds the tie in place so it doesn't have to move around. The tie bar is just redundant. It's adding extra jewelry, extra accessories to your look that you don't necessarily need. I've touched on some of these things before, but a couple other things I want to bring up is sometimes with guys with a pocket square, they like to wear pocket squares with their vest. Obviously you can do that without a jacket. So if you're wearing a jacket, don't wear the pocket square. But if you have a breast pocket on the vest, usually like to have lapels on it as well if you're going to be wearing a pocket square. But that's something fun that you can do. You can add to it as long as you don't have a tie bar. Don't over-accessorize. Other things with a vest, you can do the fabric on the back. If you can see mine here, I got the lining on the back of it, so it's a silk back. It allows the jacket to slide down on it instead of getting a little bit caught up on the fabric. Some guys like the fabric on the back, some guys like silk. I prefer silk myself. My next vest is going to have a silk back on it as well. Just allows that jacket to slide on and off, and it adds a nice little cool custom touch to it. So vests, guys, if you're buying them off the rack or buying them custom, make sure they're long enough to reach past your waistband. You're not seeing any shirt at the bottom of your vest. Get it a little bit longer. You can bring vests in a little bit more. There's probably a little bit more room in here to bring it in. A little bit more straightforward than a suit jacket to bring in a vest. But make sure it's long enough. You don't want it caught up on your belt. You don't want it above your belt. Bigger guys, this is a big issue for them. It's really hard for bigger guys to find a vest that fits off the rack, and it just makes it look like they're putting on like their kid's vest. It just does not fit properly. It does not look good. So custom for those guys are the best option. I usually recommend going 6 buttons on the vest as well down the front. So a lot of things that we can talk about in a custom appointment with us for the vest. Guys, don't have a vest that's too short. That's kind of the gist of this video. Make sure it's long enough to cover up. Do not wear a tie bar with it. 6 buttons on it. Usually a silk back is the best. Pocket squares are optional. A lot of different things you can do with the vest, a lot of fun things you can do. But if you have any questions about this stuff, let us know. We can make them in double-breasted, single-breasted, have lapels, no lapels, breast pocket for that pocket square. A lot of different things that we can do. So any questions on this, comment, get a hold of us. Love hearing from you guys. It's always fun. A lot of fun things coming up for us, so stay tuned for that. But any questions, get a hold of us, reach out. Thanks, guys.